So I'm out messing around with the XE5 just a little bit more today. And today I'm shooting with a 16-80 zoom lens. And the reason that that's even possible is I got this new hoe grip, little wooden handle on it, and it has a cold shoe on the bottom. And it makes being able to manage like a larger zoom lens or maybe a larger prime lens just way more manageable with the XE5, and it looks pretty cool too, so I'm not complaining about that. The only problem with the cold shoe is when you have a clip on there, like I use a Ulanzi clips on the bottom of all my cameras. I can't put a microphone on with the Ulanzi clip, so you can't have it all, I guess. My last video was talking about going to a football game and what camera I might want to take with me the next time. There's a few lenses that I've decided will fit pretty good. The Tamron 28-200 with Sony, could use that on my A7CR, and it would be pretty good. But it's again, the restrictions are 3 inches has to be the lens length, and it's 4.5, so it's pushing the bounds, if you ask me, of what's acceptable, what may not get in. So that's maybe a little bit too big. Also thought about the S9 and the 28-200. The 200 is like 3.6 inches or something like that, which I think is doable. Like, you know, you go over a ½ inch, I don't think they're going to raise too much of a fuss about it. The only thing about using the S9 is it doesn't have a viewfinder, and I think that would be a major problem for me. I don't know that to be sure, but also that lens is pretty expensive and one that I might not use a lot, so I just don't, and considering the camera doesn't have a viewfinder, that might be out. I don't know. We'll think about it a little bit more. Two things that I'm really interested in is both Fuji and Sony have a 18-135, which is like 28, somewhere in there, out to 203. And I think 200 is a good focal length to use at the football games. Now they're like 5.6 or something on the far end of the zoom, which isn't great, but it is what it is. That's just, you know, the nature of a lens like that. But the only thing is with the Fuji, you get to use the digital teleconverter with it, so if I actually needed a little bit of extra reach, I would be able to accomplish that with that. So two things that I'm considering, those two lenses, both 18-35, one from Fuji and one from Sony. Now the only thing that worries me, my mind is saying Sony all the way, because I know what I'll get. You know, I know I'll get great autofocus. I know, you know, all that comes along with the Sony camera. I'm not worried about using a Sony camera at a football game. I know what I'm going to get. Everything's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. The colors might not look off, but my heart is telling me to try out the Fuji 18-135 and kind of see where it goes. So I was out today just but the thing that worries me about the Fuji is, you know, how many photos am I going to miss for autofocus? You know, how's that going to be? So I'm out today testing that out a little bit. And since I don't have a moving subject, I kind of just put my focus point on this tree over here and basically move my camera around, or move myself around, to see if it would lock on to the tree and hold focus on the tree while I moved around, took photos, took videos. I also did a little bit of stabilization test using the 16-80, because I remember when I had this lens before, the stabilization was absolutely trash. I actually hated this lens, the 16-80, so I just wanted to give it a new shot. I got a new firmware and want to try it with this new camera and kind of see what I think. So let me know down in the comments what you think might be the best solution. Do you think the autofocus worked pretty decent today? What do you think about the stabilization of the 16-80? I don't know. Drop comments down below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.